Okay, fragment. We talk about the run-on. The two independent clauses come after each other. Two independent clauses come after each other. Between them, there is comma or nothing. What about the fragment? لا الفراجمنت دي حاجة تانية. الفراجمنت it's not a complete sentence. مش complete sentence خالص. يعني we know that the sentence consists of subject plus verb. The fragment doesn't have subject sometimes, or it doesn't have verb sometimes, or it doesn't have both other times. يعني fragment ساعات ما بيبقاش فيها subject، ساعات ما بيبقاش فيها verb، ساعات ما بيبقاش فيها ولا subject ولا verb. Let's look here. Floating on the river. It's fragment. No subject, no verb. No subject, no verb. So we have to put a subject and verb to correct it. Let's find here the example. People who have a sense of entitlement and feel absolutely no sympathy for those less fortunate, even when they take advantage of their services. Yeah, what happened to them? الجملة مش كاملة يا مستر. الجملة مش كاملة. People who have a sense of entitlement، خلي بالكم people دي subject اهي. بعد كده who have a sense of entitlement and feel absolutely no sympathy for those less fortunate even when they take advantage of their services. كل دي dependent. فين تكملة الجملة الاندبندنت؟ فين تكملتها؟ people بقى بيعمل لهم ايه؟ بيحصل لهم ايه؟ it's not complete. يعني we need to complete it. ف this is fragment. طب how we make it completed؟ او حط verb اهو. يبقى people make me sick. people اللي هم الناس دول make me sick. Another one. Because my broken heart. Because my broken heart. Where is the verb? Where is the verb here? There is a problem. Because my broken heart. فين الverb؟ هنا بس في subject. Where's the verb? Which you have left hardly beating in my chest. Is the reason for my endless suffering. Okay, the verb is here. So because my broken heart is the reason for my endless suffering, which you have left hardly beating in my chest, this is dependent. طب لحظة يا مستر. Both of them now dependent عشان هنا فيها which relative pronoun وهنا فيها because subordinate conjunction. فين بقى الindependent؟ ما دول ما ينفعوش يقفوا لوحدهم. Where is the independent? Because of that, he deleted because. He said, my broken heart is the reason for my endless suffering. يبقى كده دي independent. Which you have left hardly beating my chest, did the dependent. Another one. Russell Brand. Okay, the subject. The English comedian. This a positive. زي دكتور تامر, the English teacher. Being one of the funniest celebrities alive. فين يا عم الverb? No verb. Being is not a verb. So he delete verb and delete being and put is. So now it's right. Russell Brand, the comedian, is one of the funniest celebrities alive. Now your turn. Let's find. If the sentence is a kind that doesn't fragment, that doesn't have subject, doesn't have verb, or doesn't have both, you have to correct it. Let's start with Myrna. The first one, Myrna. What you're gonna make it to make correct, to be correct. Tony's toys, which were hidden in the cupboard so that nobody could get to them. This is a fragment. It's not a complete sentence. How you can make it a complete sentence? Number one. Top. So she said by adding a verb. So give me a verb. Give me a verb because I want to complete it. So now Tony's toys, which were hidden in the cupboard so that nobody could get to them, are big مثلا. Can say here, make a comma here and say are big. Now it's gonna be complete, right? There is another answer. You can delete comma which. يعني لو سنة كوما which هتبقى Tony's toys were hidden in the cupboard so that nobody could get to them. right برضه اهو عملنا واحدة independent وواحدة dependent. Okay, number 2, Yusuf. When I was given the opportunity to speak in front of the graduating class as if I were some celebrity or movie star. How you can make it right? This is not complete.
ثانية يعني المفروض
You can delete a word. انت ممكن تلغي word تبقى خلاص complete.
اوكي as
طب لما الغي اهي when.
اوكي
فتبقى I was given the opportunity to speak in front of the graduating class as if I were some celebrity or movie star. So now it's right. Okay. Number 3. Myrna. Dumping him on the first date because he smelled so bad, even though she knew he had just returned from a wrestling match. Where is the verb? Where's the subject and verb? Nothing. So what you're gonna do? You start with dumping him. What is subject and verb? Waiting for your answer, Myrna. This is not a complete thought. Yeah, there is no subject and no verb even. Here, dumping is not a verb. It's a gerund. So now I want you to make subject verb. How you're gonna change it? How you gonna make it right? You're gonna put I left before because. Dumping him on the first date. Perfect. She's gonna make this as a modifier. So she's gonna put comma here and said I left. So now this is gonna be modifier, comma, I left because it smelled so bad, even though she knew. But make it she, not I. She, Myrna. She left because he smelled so bad, even though she knew he had just returned from a wrestling match. I have another answer. We can say she dumped him. And instead of dumping, it's going to be she dumped him on the first date because he smelled so bad without comma. Because he smelled so bad, even though she knew he just had returned from a wrestling match. So you have multiple answers. Number 4, Yusuf. It is very convenient that the grocery store I live next to. بعد كده حط full stop. في mistake هنا اهي. And the surrounding malls and restaurants are open late at night.
اوكي
المشكلة هنا يا يوسف الفول ستوب. What you gonna do؟
هعمل it كوما؟
لا الغيها خالص.
اوكي
وحط and small.
اوكي
لأن I live next to and the surroundings malls. اوكي والله ممكن نحط كوما. لا ده صح انت صح. كوما and. برافو يا يوسف. كوما and لأن two independent after each other between them comma fanboys. برافو يا يوسف. Number 5, Myrna. In the middle of the night. In the middle of the night prepositional phrase. When most people احنا ممكن نلغي حاجة هنا. When most people are sleeping while I sneak to the kitchen to eat. Remove while. Perfect. ما الكوما هي موجودة خلاص. Remove I'm sorry when. you want to put. لا أنا افتكرتك عاوز تعملي when. طب خلينا نقول الحل بتاعك. Remove while and add a comma. طب let's try. In the middle of the night comma when. لا هيبقى برضه mistake. هتبقى mistake لأن in the middle of the night act as a modifier. المفروض بتوصف ال people عشان تبقى I'm sorry بتوصف ال sleeping عشان دي بتتعامل كمعاملة ال adverb phrase. So in the middle of the night most people are sleeping while I sneak to the kitchen to eat. Clear, Myrna? Okay. In the middle of the night act as an adverb phrase يا ميرنا. بتوصف الفعل اللي هو sleeping are sleeping. يبقى it's better not to put a kind of dependent clause. It's better. جملتك تنفع but it's not gonna be formal. يعني in the middle of the night when most people are sleeping, comma, I sneak to the kitchen to eat, it's right. But it's not gonna be formal regarding to the grammar. Clear يا ميرنا؟ 6. Yusuf.
We cancel because.
We cancel because. Let me find. Like the moment you realize your cereal is soggy because you left it in the milk too long. يبقى like the moment you realize your cereal is soggy. لا مش هتنفع يوسف. ده انا عاوز اكمل الجمله. يعني like the moment كل دي تخيل prepositional phrase. يعني هيجي بعدها كوما. Like the moment you realize your cereal is soggy because you left. كل دي prepositional phrase. Like the moment you realize your cereal is soggy because you left it in milk too long. Huh? My mother shouts at me.
ماشي.
أمي زعقت. Clear?
Clear.
Myrna, the butler who served the right family for several years and later became a successful businessman. We can delete حاجة بس. Bravo. Delete and. So the butler who served the right family for several years later became a successful businessman. So we have butler became a successful man, this independent who served the right family for several years, dependent. Perfect. Number 8, Yusuf. The tennis champion waving his racket up towards the roaring crowd with his right hand and lifting the trophy with his left.
هنكنسل with.
هنكنسل with؟ لا. هو بيقول ايه؟ The tennis champion waving his racket up towards the roaring crowd. هو اصلا ما فيش verbs. يعني waving مش verb وليفتنج مش verb. فالافضل احنا نقول waved. لا هنحط waved ونحط here lifted بس بقت صح. يبقى the tennis champion waved his racket up towards the roaring crowd. يبقى جبنا الverb اهو. With his right hand and lifted the trophy with his left. تمام يا يوسف؟
تمام. Can I go to the toilet?
طيب احنا فاضل لنا بس حاجات بسيطة. ممكن نستحمل؟
طيب خلاص ماشي.
Number 9. Okay. Myrna, what you're gonna do here? Even though we don't need a comma before later. Where is later? Later. والله مش شايف later Myrna. You are solving here. Number 7, yes. We don't need a comma. The butler, no, we don't need a comma. If we put a comma here, we have to put comma before who? Okay, number 9, Myrna. Even though Aaron fully believed that his actions, his action what? Then comma, now the cause of much public controversy, comma, were morally and ethically right, comma, but the prosecutors would hear none of it. We can delete something to make it right. Yes, perfect. Delete but. So even though Aaron fully believed that his action دي كده اسمها non-essential, were morally ethically right, the prosecutor would hear none of it. This is not essential. It's my non-essential phrase. Perfect. Number 10, Yusuf. برضه هنلغي حاجة بس هنا يوسف. The negative thoughts that were constantly on Floyd's mind as he got into the ring. في حاجة بس نلغيها يبقى صح. يوسف. يوسف راح بس.
Yes, لا.
Yeah, number 10. There is something here. We're going to delete it. It will be right. The negative thought that were constantly in Floyd's mind as he got into the ring.
We cancel on.
لا مش on.
No, that.
شو بقى لو انا قلت ايه the negative thoughts ادي subject where verb خلاص. يعني لو حطيت that معناه ان انا عاوز subject وverb تاني وعاوز verb للجمله دي. تمام. The negative thoughts were constantly on Floyd's mind as he got into the rain. Number 11, Myrna. Disgusted by the lack of cleanliness in the men's bathroom. شوف عشان خاطرك يا يوسف اهو. Yet curious about the sanitation in the ladies' room. There is a problem here. What you gonna do? Myrna. She said put yeah, comma, yet I. لا غلط. ما ينفعش احط مع الموديفاير. الموديفاير fan boys. Yet is a fanboy now. Perfect. I was disgusted. Perfect. I was disgusted by the lack of cleanliness in the main bathroom, yet curious. بس هنا المفروض ان احنا نحط كاما. لا هنا مش جمله كامله. تمام. Yet curious about the sanitation in the ladies' room لان مش فيش subject verb هنا, so it's right. Perfect. Number 12 يا يوسف. I wore the pants you bought me and نفس الجمله دي حلناها قبل كده. المشكله. And the purple tie that the saleswoman picked out. هنلغي حاجه بس بسيطه يا يوسف. يوسف استحملش خلاص. Full stop, cancel. Okay. So here and. So I wore the pants you bought me and the purple tie that the saleswoman picked out. Perfect. 13, Myrna. Also, we're going to delete one thing. As they walk down the street, check out the stores and talk about life. الغي حاجة واحدة بس. خلصت. Delete one thing. Start to be right. What you're going to delete? Myrna. It has multiple answers, but they're the easiest. Yeah, you can complete the sentence. Put comma here and complete the sentence. But I can't delete one word, so I'm going to change the full sentence to be independent. Myrna, hello. She said the couple and remove the before. No, I didn't get it. Where the couple? After the street. So at the walk down the street, the couple check out the stores and delete the comma. Perfect, yes. So at the walk down the street, we can put here the couples, check out the stores and delete the comma. But then I have another answer that is easy. Delete as and make this capital. They walk down the street, comma, check out the stores, comma, and talk about life. Easier. The right, Myrna? 14. Yusuf. You like complex ways. Myrna. I'm sorry, Yusuf. يلا. Although برضه هلغي حاجة تبقى خلاص تمام.
Okay.
Although panda are one of the most likable mammals, but are one of the most rare.
But.
طب خلينا
although.
طيب خلينا نشوف بط برضه لو لغيتها لان ممكن تنفع. خلينا هو although تنفع بس خلينا نشوف بتاعت بط. اصبر. Although panda are one of the most likable mammals. بس لو لغينا بط لازم نحط كوما ونحط ايه they are.
ايوه
يعني انت شاطر برضه اهي. نحط الكوما ونحط they are. الحاجه الثانيه ممكن اشيل although فيبقى two independent. I'm sorry يبقى one simple sentence. Panda are one of the most likable mammals but are one of the most rare. Clear? Okay. We have homework also about fragment. I'm not going to give you too much, only page 14. Goodbye. See you on Friday.
Thank you, Mr.
You're welcome. Speed recovery حالة.